Do you know that guy?
All right, thanks for tuning in. Jedz here, riding the Triumph Bonneville T120, my T120. There were many like it, but this one is mine. So, just tuning in, got some interesting news I wanted to cover, kind of get my take on things. The Indian Scout FTR1200 is coming out for sure. I have been raving about this bike for over a year now. I saw the video, which we've all seen, of the FTR1200 custom for the road or whatnot. What the hell was that noise? And put that cruise up, put my feet up, Jedz. So anyways, the FTR1200, we've been waiting for this bike for a long time. I've been personally waiting for this bike for a long time. I was in the market of getting a new bike, and they're finally releasing it. So late. The problem is I love this machine, and I don't see me bringing this back in to trade in at all. Just because the Triumph's definitely a great motorcycle and does everything I needed to do perfectly. So anyways, the FTR1200 looks to be a pretty awesome machine. Of course, now we haven't really actually seen the production model. They're talking about, you know, the production's coming in, you know, for the 2019 year model. So I'm guessing we probably will see one at the tail end of this year. I'm really kind of concerned about what we're going to get. The exhaust, obviously, it won't be that. I think we'll have a side swept exhaust. If it is going to be a scrambler type exhaust that you see like on the street scrambler or you know, the Triumph Bonneville scrambler, it's going to have a lot of protection and stuff like that. It's not going to look nearly as cool. I bet the power is going to be dumbed down a bit as well. I'd really like to see some, you know, amenities like traction control, wheelie control, you know, even optional cruise control. And so, I mean, we'll see. For $15,000, that's what they say the price is worth $15,000. So I'm guessing the price is going to be somewhere in the $14,500 range. We definitely should see some tech, but it is a game changer because it's finally, the American market is making a proper standard motorcycle. Now, Harley-Davidson's been making its street rods for a few years now. Street rod's on its second year of production, and you know, those really are not so great bikes. Like they work great, like they're good, the motors are decent. I could definitely see myself owning one someday again, but I would not own it to ride it as a primary. You know, you compare it to something like this, where, you know, it just putters and runs all day, and it's faster, it handles better. I'm not kidding, my Bonneville handles better. I don't know, it's really good and exciting to see. I mean, as a guy that's owned an XR1200, which is the flat track version of Harley, that thing was a pig. It was slow, it was heavy, and it was lumbering, and you know, the wheelbase was a mile long, so you could get anything, you couldn't really ride it. I could even do a turnaround in the middle of a road. Like this, I could just, bloop, I could zip right around, bloop. You couldn't even do a turnaround in this side of the road because the wheelbase was so long, you couldn't maneuver it. And that's just like, that is not what riding a true motorcycle is all about. It's all about getting on the bike and riding it. And that's why it's so exciting to see Indian come up with the FTR 1200. I mean, come on, like, it's sweet. It's super sweet. And I mean, it's really cool and interesting to think about because, you know, you got the Kawasaki Z900 RS. Now, in the Northeast, they were completely sold out when they first came out. I have yet to see another one. I saw a Z900 RS when I was down in Ohio when I was doing my GSR rally. GSR boys, woo! So, when I went down there, I saw two of those on the showroom floor, and I was like, son of a bitch, because I really like that bike. and I almost bought it over this, but because of the lack of availability, I ended up getting a Triumph Bonneville, and this is really good. Like, this is really good. The motor's awesome and all that jazz. So I can see what they're trying to emulate. All the companies are trying to emulate is this right here. This is the bike that has changed motorcycling for a standard realm in general. That's what this is why there's so many variations of the Bonneville. That's why the Speedmaster's coming out and all that stuff, because it's such an awesome machine, you know. Yep, wheelies for days. Little English there. Bad topic here. The basic premises is the standard bike, the actual standard bike is back. So the FTR is coming out. The Honda is releasing CB1000R Neo or whatever it is. Now, that should be out on floors by now. I think it's going to be a 2019 model. They're also running out with the CB300R Neo Cafe. And it's all this retro design, you know, circle headlight, 2 wheels, an engine, and a gas tank, which is great. That's what a motorcycle is, and that's what I want to ride. I think that's what a lot of people want to ride these days. They don't want to ride something that looks like a transformer, and they don't want to ride something that costs $20,000 and is slower than crap. Harley Davidson. And that's why I'm really interested to see how this second quarter is turning out, especially with the release of these new models, the Kawasaki C900 RS, the Triumph Bonneville, which has just been doing great all along, but now the Speedmaster is on the market. The new Speedmaster, the 1200, the one that's actually going to rake the crap out of all the Harley Davidsons. And that's the thing, is this 1200 lump, this is what's making Harley freak out right now, because this is what a Sportster should be like. You get that sound, you get that rumble, you get that performance, but you can ride it all day. It's reliable, it's got 6 gears. You know, I can go on and on. But anyways, I'm interested to see, because I like to watch Harley sales, because it's not really, their sales are going down, and yeah, the market is shrinking, okay? Like, it really is, or it's small. Guys like me aren't really buying a lot of bikes, which you should! You should buy motorcycles, because life's better with a motorcycle, FYI. But the guys like me aren't buying Harleys. You know, don't get me wrong, there's always exceptions. There always will be. But, you know, why would you want to buy a cruiser that's heavy, slow, expensive, and then you could buy something for in the $10,000 range? Something like this, which has got nice quality features. You know, it runs great, it's fast, it's, you know, it's great to look at. It's easy on the eyes. God, I love the look of my bike. I love it. So, I could go on. So anyways, FTR 1200 game changer. Really, I don't know. We'll see. You know, it really is going into that fold. As you can see, those standard bikes, the Honda, the Kawasaki. You know, I even heard Suzuki is planning on doing a retro release of its Katana. Now, I've seen pictures of it. I'll post them here. Okay, yeah, you saw it. All right, yeah, it looks really weird. Yeah, it looks weird. Yeah, I can't get into it. I just can't get into it. I thought the first Katana looked funky anyways. And, you know, the guys that love the Katana, well, they're guys that exist basically on one forum. So anyways, enough with this rant. I'm going to bid you adieu. Ride to work on my T120. The motorcycle right here that's making the new industry standard of what a naked standard motorcycle is. It really is. The evidence is the offering variety, and you know, it's just a great machine. So anyways, thanks for tuning in. As always, questions, comments, likes, dislikes, whatever, I don't care. Just put it in. I like feedback. Feedback's good. I like conversation. Conversation is good. And I try my best to stay active on my YouTube channel. So, yeah, just hit me up. I'd love to talk more about the FTR1200. What do you think it's going to bring? What kind of interesting... How do you think it's going to improve the market? Do you think it's going to take away from the market? I'm all about that. So let me know what you think below. Subscribe. Always subscribe. I like having subscribers because I like having a community I can converse with. I love talking to you guys. I love hearing your feedbacks. I love giving my input. Yeah, that's great. I really appreciate that you like listening to me, but I really like listening to you. All right, guys, you have an awesome day. Make sure you keep it shiny side up, and yeah, ride safe. Best.